Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, I'm going to go over some of my old favorites that I have replaced with some newer favorites. But before we get into that, I have a very special guest here today, and this is Charlie. It is her 12th birthday. So a big happy birthday to her, and I'm very lucky to be babysitting her today. But anyways, if you see her little head bopping in and out of this video, it is her blessing us with her presence. So before we get into today's video, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get to it. So I'm going to start with the product that kind of inspired this video, and one of my all-time older favorites was the Milk Makeup Baked Bronzer. I used to love this stuff like crazy. I used it in almost all of my videos in the beginning of my channel. It is still really good, but the thing that replaced my love for this one was the Huda Beauty Tantour for a couple of reasons. One, I like the blendability of this one much better, and I like the shade range much better as well. She has 5 shades in the Tantours, whereas Milk only has 2. I think the formulation is a lot more reliable in this one, as well as the tone matches my skin tone a lot better. I use the shade Fair in the Tantour. The thing with the Milk one, once I started branching out and using other cream contours and bronzers, I found that this one turned a little bit red on me and was a little bit on the harder side to blend out because it does have more of a balmy, tacky texture to it. So you did have to take a little bit more time to really make sure the edges were blurred out and everything like that. It is a really nice formula though, because it doesn't pick up any of the foundation that you have underneath, or it doesn't patch up or anything like that. It's just a little bit more time consuming to apply, and the tone doesn't match me as well. And I do see myself getting rid of this one in the future in the next declutter rounds I do. Plus this bottle alone is probably upwards of 3 years old, maybe more, so it's time for me to get rid of it. I did get a couple questions in my favorite bronzer video if this has a really intense smell. I had never noticed it before, but it's a really faint smell. I didn't know there's a fragrance in this product, and I know how heavily Huda usually perfumes her products. There is a slight scent, but it's nothing compared to her other products. And the Milk Makeup one smells like pure Play-Doh. It does smell off now though. I haven't smelled this in a really long time. It's been sitting in my drawers for I don't know how long, but it smells pungent. I gotta get rid of it, you guys. But anyways, yes, Huda Tantour. Replace this. Moving on, I did pull out my Anastacio Soft Glam palette. At the time, this was my favorite neutral palette to have ever come across the market. I remember using this thing like crazy. It is a very beautiful palette, and it was great at the time when it came out because I was also a working makeup artist, and I did a lot of wedding makeup as well as graduates and things like that. And these are the colors that clients mostly ask for, like pinky shades, maroon shades, or just neutrals. But this was what I swore by for my neutral palette. I'd reach for this like crazy if I wanted to do more of a soft look. But then something else came around and my whole life was changed, and that palette was the Natasha Denona Biba palette. I know you guys are probably so tired of me talking about this, but this is the palette I've been reaching for consistently for over like a year and a half, I would say. I got this as a birthday treat for myself for my birthday in 2019. But this palette really replaced all of my neutral palettes, to be honest. This one is the #1 in my heart. I just love the capabilities of this palette. I love the multitude of textures as well. I love how she has her cream to powder formulations in here. It allows you to create a lot more dimensional looks, and I really enjoy that because I find that the Anastasia formula, sometimes it can be a little bit powdery and you can't build them up as much as I would like, especially if I want to do a smoky eye. And when you're working on top of these cream to powder formulas, you can really build up that opacity of those shades and really make a very dimensional look. Yeah, like I have significant dents in most of these shadows, especially the ones I use on an everyday basis. The shades I usually gravitate towards when I go out are usually surrounded by this shimmer shade right here, Shine. I usually go in with Freckle, Cocoa, Seed, Spot, and Shine. Those are my go-tos. Love this palette to bits, and I don't see that changing for a while. I love how versatile it is. You can do so many things with this guy. Warm tone looks, cool tones, whatever your heart desires. The newest find for me is very shocking. I don't I don't know, I never thought this was gonna change, but the Milk Blur and Set Powder, I have been using the Hourglass Veil for the past 3 weeks. I did use this one today and I see such a major difference. I like this like a million times more than I like this powder. I mean, I still see myself using this time to time, but this is my new number one. This is amazing if you like to still look glow, but you need to set your face a little bit just for longevity and things like that. I can set a dewy foundation and it doesn't look like I have set it. It still allows your skin to glow like crazy, but it helps the longevity so much. This powder has changed me and I have been setting my entire face. I don't know who I am, but I've been doing that lately and it's been great. I cannot believe that's something that just came out of my mouth. I never thought I was going to be a whole face setter, but here we are. It's so nice how it just cuts the shine but allows you to glow so much, and I really like setting the under eye because it just kind of brightens at the same time as well in a really nice natural looking way, not in like a banana powder way or anything like that where it looks really stark or powdery under there. It's just very undetectable. It is so worth the hype. I've totally ignored the hype for however long this has been out on the market, but I regret not trying this sooner. Seriously, I super regret it. It's lovely. The next one is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I still really like this every time I use it. There's just something that has my heart a little bit more than this one does, and that is the Milani Screen Queen. The Light Illusion was really nice. It does give you such a nice glowy look. The only issue is the shade range. Flower Beauty does not have enough shade range in this foundation or in any of their products, to be honest. It was really hard to shade match, and that is just unacceptable. Even with this shade that I have, there's only really specific times in my coloring that I can actually wear this. It's like the perfect middle shade for when I'm halfway tanned and halfway really pale. It's just like that time that I'm rarely ever. So that's why I don't really use this. Whereas the Milani one, there is such an intense shade range. It is so nice to see that for a drugstore foundation. And this formulation is so beautiful. It does give you kind of a radiant look, but more skin-like. Whereas the Flower Beauty one gave a super dewy effect that didn't really last on me for a really long time during a day. Whereas this one stays put and almost looks better as the day goes on. I really love the natural finish, and when I first tried this I was blown away because I was having some patchy issues because I was using an intense topical acne medication, and that just caused a lot of dryness in areas. This did not enhance it whatsoever. It almost just ignored it, but it still looked really good, and it also didn't accentuate any of my pores. It didn't crease at all in any of the areas, like in my nose here, smile lines, anywhere. It looks so beautiful all day, and it works with all of my favorite primers, either glotions or hydrating things, or even just a moisturizer or SPF or whatever. This looks amazing underneath. This seriously performs almost better than a lot of my high-end foundations as well. I've been using this like crazy on my channel, and yeah, I'm so happy this has come into my life. It's a really nice foundation. The next one is a highlighter, and I used to be all about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in the shade Perla. There was a few other liquid ones that I have tried, but they would always pull up the foundation underneath, or they were really hard to blend out, and they would dry down really quickly, and they were really hard to get even and unnoticeable. I do really like to pull this out here and there, but there is something that replaced it, and that is the Dior Face and Body Glow. This is everything I've been looking for in a liquid highlighter forever. I love the consistency because it's very thin and watery, so it's super easy to apply, but it does eventually dry down, so it doesn't leave a sticky residue that your hair gets stuck in it at all. And when it does set down, there's no texture enhancing properties at all. It just looks very smooth. It gives you kind of like that model off-duty glow, or the glow that you kind of get when you have so much skincare on your face. It just looks so smooth and glossy and hydrated and natural. It is a very nice natural looking highlight, but it does have that intensity to it. I don't know, it's just very unique, and it just is everything I want in a liquid highlighter. You guys already know how much I love this stuff. It is just so amazing. And the last one is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. This stuff I sworn by for years. This is still the old formulation. I still have a bit left, but pretend this is the reformulated version, because they did reformulate this and it broke my heart because it is no good at all. Like, it is trash worthy. It is really heartbreaking that they fixed something that didn't need fixing. This was the first product that would actually heal my super dry lips every night. I would apply a thick amount of this at night and I would wake up with the most hydrated, nice, soft lips ever. And the reformulated version is just, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It mostly just sits on top of your lips and it feels like your lips are getting worse underneath. I miss it so much. I only have this and a little bit of the pink champagne of the original, and then I'm gonna be really sad. And the one that has replaced the reformulated version for me, and it is the Fresh lip balms. It doesn't matter what flavor, I like both of these. These are the two that I've been using right now. The lemon hydrating lip balm and the rose lip balm. They're all the same, they just have fun, different scents. I really like these. I see amazing results with them. It's definitely not as amazing as the original Bite formulation, but it's almost there. It's the most similar in results I have found. There are a lot of amazing lip balms that I use on an everyday basis as well. These are just the ones that I use at night and I see the most difference in like healing properties overnight. I guess I'm kind of leaving this video in a sad note. I really hope Bite will reconsider reverting to the original formula and maybe still carrying like the vegan version but also the original version. That's just a thought, but I don't know. I can't tell them what to do, but that's just what I want, selfishly. But that is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know what some of your old favorites that you've replaced. I think that'd be really interesting. I will make sure to link all of these products in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye!